Johnson and I work for TGIJP, which stands for Transgender, Gender Variant, Intersex Justice Project. And we work with transgender women that are in custody, getting out of custody and at risk for being arrested. And within our work, we do a lot of political education and empowerment, and we sort of kind of like educate our people and empower them to look at things different in terms of looking at the system in a different way and see it for what it is. And like one of the things, I'm also formerly incarcerated, and it wasn't until I noticed that the officers was not counting us as people as they go around and do their count. They were counting us as money. I mean, they were literally counting us as the dollar amount. And those are some of the things that we share with people to make sure that they understand how much money the criminal justice system is making on that. But we developed a grassroots reentry program for transgender people, gender non-conforming people coming out of prison, and we developed those 3 part-time positions. So when people get out of prison, they can have equal access to employment, because traditionally transgender people have not had people to come home to, because historically our family is not there for us. So we developed a grassroots reentry program, and it's also, it can be considered a leadership development, or it gives people an opportunity that have come out of prison that don't have great work skills, and it gives us an opportunity to work with them and develop them so they can move on to other positions that we've been sort of crafting. Like, we're encouraging a lot of our folks to work at the transgender people to work at the shelter system, because that's a place where transgender people are not being treated with respect and dignity, and there's a lot of unsafety concerns there. And it's like they say, if you're not at the table, you'll be on the menu. And that's why a lot of transgender people are having such a difficult time transitioning out of prison. And we just do the best that we can to provide that family support. We have extended family. I mean, you can come into our organization and you can pick one, an uncle, sister, brother, cousin, you know, whatever feels safe for you. And it's about safety, because traditionally the transgender community has not been safe in the community. I know a lot of you heard about all the murders that's going on, and even sometimes coming into spaces like this, you know what I'm saying? We don't always feel safe coming into spaces like this. And a lot of it is because of the abuse and the trauma that we've experienced within our own communities, you know, and we're doing the best to try to change that dynamic and bring transgender people back into the family dynamics. And so that's sort of kind of like the most important work for us is healing. There's a lot of healing that still needs to take place. It's almost like, you know, it's almost like you figure you can focus you could focus on taking care of yourself and taking some time out, but then it's always something that comes up, like transformer murder. And you come into a lot of spaces like this, people are from all these different organizations, Black Lives Matter and all that stuff. And I'm a part of Black Lives Matter, but it's about safety. It's about feeling safe. And so I think that the most important thing that has to happen in the Black trans community is that we have an opportunity, and we have some visions after being at the GIFT conference. We have some visions of what that looks like. We haven't flushed through everything else, but we're hoping to develop an opportunity for like anywhere between 25 and 30 trans people to get together and be intentional about healing and letting go, and then, you know, eventually not exactly confronting some issues, but having some conversations with other people in the best interest of our safety. And it was really interesting, because when I was at the GIFT conference, I didn't see you, Casey, but I've seen like just about all the trans women that were there apparently met you, because you were like part of the conversation. So that was a good thing, you know. That was a good thing. But we're just trying to bring our people home safe. I mean, I'm an abolitionist. I don't believe we need jails, prisons, or anything of that nature. I believe we just need more services within our community and more healing spaces within our community, and everybody can be trained on how to work with trauma, how to work with mental health. And I feel like we as a society could handle those things on our own if we had more support and just more opportunities for people to be trained. I could think, I mean, just imagine if we trained like 1,000 people in the city or 2,000 people in the city of San Francisco to be supportive and nurturing and like to help people find their place or, you know, support people. Because a lot of people have a lot of trauma and they don't know what life is going to be like for them without that trauma. If you've had that for so long and then it's gone away, what do you do next? You have no idea what life can be like for you, you know, so. Yeah, I just want, and one of the things that Marie Alexander, the lady Alexander, Michelle Alexander said, and this is something that I think is very important, because we want our people free, we want our people home, but are we prepared for when they come home to support them in a way that they need to be supported? And I think that's one of the biggest things that TGIJP is focusing on, is preparing ourselves for our people to come home in a safe way, in a way that they traditionally haven't had the opportunity to come home. So, and that's one of the reasons why we created those positions. And sometimes when you go up for parole or probation or something like that, they say, oh, we can't release you because you don't have a job. How you don't find a job inside of prison and people are outside of prison that are formerly incarcerated can barely find a job, you know? So that's one of the reasons why we created those positions, so we can help people transition out in that way. And we work with transgender people. Our primary focus is transgender, gender non-conforming folks, but it doesn't matter who gets out. If we can support you, we're gonna support you. We're gonna support you until we can pass you on, and we're gonna make sure that we pass you on safely, you know? And that's one of the things about transgender people. We will take care of everybody. Everybody will not take care of us. So just keep that in mind. Thank you.
Thank you.